Settle in, relax, take a deep breath.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome here to the Christmas Royals. We are going to have some very interesting racing over here with the Aero 88 mod, and this is the debut, indeed the debut for the Christmas Royals, the first of probably 4 races. Yes, not for 3, but 4 races of the Christmas specials. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Max Power in the number 3 car and Zach Corbett in the number 30 car, who are going to start off. What will happen? We are going to have a segment of 3 minutes. And that segment will start when they cross the start finish line. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We are green flag. 3 minutes for these 2 guys to drive. These guys qualified 40th and 39th, and we will go. And after 3 minutes, we'll add another driver to this group. Then after 3 minutes of those 3 guys, we will add another driver to that group. And we will continue this way for the rest of the series until we have the last person to join, which is the number 70 of Jackson Phillips, who qualified first. He will be the last person to join. And why is that good for him? Well, simply because after everybody has been, we are going to have a 10 lap shootout with the people who survived this. Survived this? How can you do that? Well, look at these guys. They are getting aggressive over here. Well, it is kind of easy. We will not have less than 2 cars. 2 cars is a minimum. What will happen when you go below the yellow line or outside of the racetrack? You are eliminated. And in the end, only the people who will not be eliminated will be participating in a 10 lap shootout. And you can eliminate each other, but also yourself. And by the way, here's the dotted yellow over the dotted striped line. Not over here. It's just a yellow line. And when you go below that, you're out. When you go outside of the racetrack on the high side, you're also out. And that's why we chose Talladega with no walls. These 2 guys are still getting pretty aggressive, although they're only with 2. It will getting more interesting when we have more cars. We now have 1 minute left before we'll add another driver to that, the 3rd driver, which is the number 18 of Evelyn Lauderer. Excuse me. So as you can imagine, if we have 3 segments of 3 minutes per driver, we are going to have 40 drivers. That means 40 times 3 is 120 minutes of driving. So I'm going to cut this thing in parts. We'll first do the first 10 people, and then the second 10, and then the number 21 till 30, and then number 31 till 40, and then after that part 5 will be part 5. Wow, part 5 will be the 10 lap shootout. So Zach Corbett and Max Power are the first 2 on the racetrack. When there are 2 people on the racetrack, still things can happen, but it will get more exciting when we have more people. We have 10 minutes left, ladies and gentlemen, before this segment will end, and both drivers are still in this series. And here we are going to welcome the 3rd person. Ladies and gentlemen, we will welcome Evelyn Lauderer over here to this group. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back again. We have just welcomed our 3rd car, Evelyn Lauderer in the number 18. The first car actually this is for in a 1981 car. All the others are 1991, and I've mixed 2 car sets. That makes it kind of look cool. So we now have Max Power in the 3 car, Zach Corbett in the number 30 car, and Evelyn Lauderer in the 18 car. And oh, look at Evelyn Lauderer. Are they going to make it 3 wide? Oh, that was close. And we're going to have some close racing, I can tell you. I'm not sure how it will end. Maybe we'll eventually have a lot of drivers still left. we will end up with groups of 8-9 drivers maybe. Sometimes they might wreck after, well, when there were 3 or so. We'll see how things will play out over here. Evelyn Lauder is definitely trying to go to the front over here. But just like Zach Corbett, and they're going 3 wide now. Look at that. Evelyn Lauder, Zach Corbett and Max Power already giving a show over here. Coming out of turn number 4. There's the dotted yellow line on the inside, or the dotted white line I should say. Look at Max Power, he's giving the 18 car a bump over there. And one thing that you have to be careful, you should not eliminate yourself while trying to eliminate somebody else. And eliminating is just putting somebody below the yellow line, hooking that other person out of this racetrack. It can happen that you hook somebody and then you are also the person to fly out of this racetrack. And literally fly, I mean then. Because there are no walls, and when you go out over here, you are going to fly. Now Zach Corbett is going to take the lead, but all in all, it does not even matter if you're in the lead or not. Why? Well, it's just a matter of survival. You just have to survive everything. Doesn't matter if you are coming in first or last, you just have to survive. And maybe it's even better to be falling a little bit further back, because then you are certain that nobody's behind you going to turn you. And then you can just settle in, relax, and miss everybody in front of you who's going to eliminate themselves and others. Zach Corbett is still leading. The 18 car is right behind him though. And look at Evelyn Lauderer. This is going to be dangerous. That's always dangerous when you see somebody behind very close and then going towards the inside. We have 5 seconds left before this segment is over, and then we will go to welcome the 11 car of Sam Brady. Ladies and gentlemen, this segment is over, and we are going to have a 4th car over here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Sam Brady. Ladies and gentlemen, we're welcoming Sam Brady over here to this group of cars. And look at how aggressive they are already. They're going 3 wide. Sam Brady. Starting, by the way, the qualifying, or just the starting place where they start, is just random. I'm not going to put them in a certain order. They just start and they race. That could be an advantage for you, could be a disadvantage. Because when you are starting on the front, you might as well have... Look at this, Sam Brady is going already 3 wide with Zach Corbett and the 3 car of Max Power. And here comes Evelyn Lauderer. We now have 2 cars of 9081 and 2 cars of 9091. And look at Evelyn Lauderer. Look at Evelyn Lauderer. Look out, Evelyn. Almost got into the 3 car of Max Power over there. Oh, this is always tricky. Sam Brady. And the 30 car of Zach Corbett tries to go to the bottom. By the way, for some people I haven't put them in cars. I haven't told them in what cars they are. Just sign-ups have been open like for 4 weeks now. And for the last 2 weeks nobody has signed up, and I was kinda like forgetting it. But now this Christmas Royals has started, Christmas specials. We will go to, after this one, we will have a race at the Nürburgring. Look out! Close, that was. We'll have a race at the Nordschleife. A 1 hour race, or 6 laps. And then after that we will have a race at Le Mans. Which is also somewhere around 1 hour, maybe even longer. And after that we're going to have something special once again to end this thing. A figure 8 race. Under this first ever dirt race I have done. I haven't even raced on dirt yet, so I will try that racetrack out in a few moments. I've just done some testing. It's going to be crazy. I still have to figure out how we're going to do it. I think we're going to do in groups of 20. And then the best 10 the best 10 are going to go to the next round unless they wreck, because that happens a lot over there. Just somebody flying into somebody else. And this segment is also almost over, so things are going pretty fast over here. We're having just 15 seconds left, and then we're going to welcome our 5th car, and we haven't seen a wreck yet. Well, that's could change pretty soon, because when we are going with 5 cars and they decide to make it 5 wide, well, that will be interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, it's over now. We're going to take you to the 5th car, which is the 17th car of Leah Walker. And we're welcoming the 17th car of Leah Walker over here. And she's already going to make a move on the 3 car. 5 cars are now over here. 3 cars of 9091 and 2 of 9081. Leah Walker, Max Power, Sam Brady, Evelyn Lauderer, oh close. And Zach Corbett is now a little bit laying back. But that's pretty good idea, because look at how aggressive they are. Almost ganged together over there. And that almost went wrong. The exit of turn 4 is, I've seen, is one of the most trickiest places. And then mostly also the entry of turn 4. Now Zach Corbett's trying to go towards the 18, and this is when things tend to go wrong. With some people closing and driving against each other. That is when things go wrong. Evelyn Lauderer. Leah Walker now already leading. Just coming in there. She and also Zach Corbett are new to my series. So it's great to have them over here. And then others like Evelyn Lauderer. Oh, look at that, look at that. Evelyn Lauderer, Sam Brady just got his first ever win in the Phillips Cup Series. After 60 starts, he has finally won a race. And he is now also going to go after the 30 car over here. And the 11 Mountain Dew car. Look at that move by Zach Corbett. The 30 car. Going underneath Leah Walker. The two new people up front. We're going to have plenty more new people. Oh, look at that. Oh, look out. That is dangerous. Now it is fine. Oh, and there goes the 30 car. And the first car out of this race is the 30 car. Zach Corbett riding the wall on his side. And he's going to tumble over on his roof over here. And Zach Corbett is the first person to be eliminated. Caution is out. Well, the caution is not out. But that means that everybody over here, the race is stopped. Nobody can eliminate anybody else anymore. The 30 car is the first person to be eliminated from the Christmas Royals. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a look what happened over here. So Zach Corbett, second entry of today. The first person to be eliminated. Take a look what happened over here. This is coming out of turn number 4. I have no clue what was happening. I think the Sam Brady got into him after Evelyn Lauderer got into Sam Brady. And then look at this. He's trying to go to the high side. There's Sam Brady and he gets turned. And look at him fly now. Look at this fly. Up on his roof. On his side now, sliding against the wall. He went up in the grandstands. That's no bad for the people, but that's just things that happen over here. And we'll take another look at this. Zach Corbett in the number 30 car. Tumbles on his roof. And I'm actually, to be honest, I'm not sure if the spectator view is going to work. Well, we'll try TV1. Well, first TV2. Here you can see. I'm curious if maybe Evelyn Lauderer got into Sam Brady over here. No, there was just space between them. But here there is no more space between Zach Corbett and the 11 car. And there Zach Corbett goes into the wall. Well, through the grandstands, I should say. And this is not a good camera view. And the 30 car slides on his side. And this is the last thing we have seen of Zach Corbett for this Christmas Royals. Not to be confusing the Christmas specials, because at the Nürburgring and at Le Mans and at the Figure 8 racetrack, the Bone Crusher, that's the name of it, we will see him back. But for now, Zach Corbett is out. First one to be eliminated in the Christmas Royals. We'll welcome our 6th person, which is Linda Black in the 9 car. We welcome the number 9 car of Linda Black, the first time she's ever raced over here in one of my series. Look at how aggressive they are. We still have 5 cars left. After Zach Corbett is the first one to be eliminated, we still have 5 of them left. And Max Power, the person to be in the longest in this, because he was the first ever entry, and he's still racing over here in that number 3 car. And just for you guys to know, if I would have to choose between the 9081 and 9091 cars, to be honest, I cannot choose. I really like the looks of those Chevy Luminas, the side looks at least of them. And these 9081 cars, they are sweet. Oh, we have trouble, and a big one. And who is going to be eliminated? Yes, indeed, all 3 those cars are done. Max Power, ladies and gentlemen, there's Leah Walker, she's also involved. Evelyn Lauder is done. And Max Power and Linda Black, I'm not sure. Sam Brady, the only one so far who is still driving and who's to be certain to be in the next segment. But we have lost quite some people over here. We'll take a look at what happened over here. Sam Brady survived it. Linda Black possibly survived it. And Max Power, Evelyn Lauderer and the 17 car of Leah Walker are out of this thing. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a look at what happened over here. The 2 women are going to get together over here. Oh, I still have to pause the timer over here. Evelyn Lauderer and Leah Walker, take a look at this. Get together, get into the 9, keep an eye on that 9 car. For now, because I do think, wow, look at that 17 car flying over here. Look at that car flying on its roof, into the wall, and there she is on the high side. We'll take another look from this. Oh, that's a good spectator view. This time spectator view is good. Look at that car flying. Bang, on its side. Into the wall with the rear, and there her race, her Christmas Royals is over. By the way, called the Christmas Royals, although it's not yet Christmas, but it's tomorrow Christmas. Now look at Evelyn Lauderer over here. Wow. And then you think, oh, save. Nope, not going to save it. And actually the 18 car did flip over. There. Bang. On the roof, Evelyn Lauderer goes. And there, Max Power. But now, one more person we need to take a look at is the 7 car. Because I do believe that Linda Black survived this. And we'll go on board with her. Take a look at this. Linda Black. Wow, what an excellent job she did. What an excellent job she did to survive that. And there in the rear you could see Max Power come on the racetrack again, but there's no use for him because he's out of this thing. So that means that we will continue the next segment with the 11 car of Sam Brady, the 9 car of Linda Black, and the new person Tyler Everest in the 16. Ladies and gentlemen, off to the next segment. are back again with only 3 cars left. We are going to welcome Tyler Everest here in the number 16 car. And one thing to notice, we all now only have 3 9081 cars left. A Buick, an Oldsmobile and a Chevrolet. And Tyler Everest and Linda Black are battling it out over here, while Sam Brady is kinda laying back. Of course, he was lucky to survive the first one. The first big one of today. Ooh, look at the 16 car getting loose. Well, Sam Brady, that was not very long siesta for him, because he is already on the rear bumper of the 16 car again. 3 cars we have left. We now have had 7 cars and 3 more cars to go after this, and then we'll end part 1. We'll of course continue with parts 2, 3 and 4. Sam Brady, and one thing to notice, the next car will also be a 9081 car, but then a special one. You will see that later. Sam Brady is now trying to go to the lead. Tyler Everest and Linda Black. Well, Linda Black did really, she really did an excellent job of surviving that wreck. She was right behind it, right in the middle of it. And she survived it, while Evelyn Lauderer, Max Power and Leah Walker went flying, literally flying. And now she's in second position over here, as we have less than 1.5 minute to go. Tyler Everest and Linda Black, she's trying to go to the lead. Is Sam Brady going to help her? I don't think so, because Sam Brady wants to have that lead too. Look out, that was dangerous. Now Linda Black goes to the rear of the field. Field of 3 cars. Oh, look at Sam Brady. He really got loose in that over there. Sam Brady now right behind that 16 car of Tyler Everest. Oh, look out, that's dangerous. Bump drafting over here with 9081 cars. Have you ever seen that before? I don't think so. I haven't, at least. And half a minute to go now. And Linda Black, is she going to eliminate somebody? Or is she just going to stay behind there? Or maybe Sam Brady wants to eliminate Tyler Everest, saying, well, I want that position. I don't want you to be in that last 10 lap shootout. Few more seconds to go. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to add another person to this. The race is stopped. All 3 cars have survived this segment. And we are going to welcome the 01 car of Inge Lamoliana to this group, of which will then be 4 cars. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back over here. We are welcoming Inge Lamoliana in her special paint scheme over here, because this paint scheme, this car I made myself, or at least not the base, but I put on the logos and the numbers. And Inge Lamoliana in the number 01 One Direction car, also sponsored by Bacardi, is going to the lead over here. And we now have 4 cars from 9081. And one thing I do want to mention, I have to give all the credit to this idea to NNSCRA, or Seth Cole, I believe it is. He came up with the idea of doing the Royal Rumbles, and I participated in that. It was so much fun. I really liked the idea, so I thought, well, maybe it's fun for me to do the same idea, only he did use the Bullring 2012 mod and I used this Aero 88 mod. And Linda Black is going to make a move on Inge Lamoliana over here. You can see on the actually there are no contingencies on this car, just one big Phillips Cup Series logo I put on there instead of the contingencies. And are we going to have some aggressive racing this time, or are we going to wait till we welcome the 5th car to this group? We'll see. This is just a matter of We've seen wrecks happen only with 5 cars in this group. And the next car will be number 6 car of Dustin Caps. Oh, there was contact there. Tyler Everest almost got turned by Inge Lamborghini, who was getting a little bit of a push by Sam Brady. And now we're going 3 wide. Beautiful cars these are. I really like this mod. I don't race with it very often, but I do like those cars. So less than a minute to go for this segment, and we still have 4 cars. Almost an elimination of Tyler Everest. But he survived it, but I think he wants to be taking retaliation on the 01 car. Scared the crap out of him probably, because he almost lost it over there. Great catch by him. But now Tyler Everest is pushing the 01 car. Maybe he's pushing him pushing her to the front though. 20 seconds to go now. Is anybody going to make a move to eliminate somebody, or are they going to wait till we welcome our 5th car again, which is a 1991 car. 1991 car, I should say. And Linda Black is in the lead as the alarm goes off. Ladies and gentlemen, field is frozen. We are going to welcome the 6th car of Dustin Caps over here to the Christmas Royals. We welcome the number 6 car of Dustin Caps to this group of cars. 4 cars from 1981 and 1 car from 1991. How aggressive are they going to be? The last time we had 5 cars, the last 2 times we had 5 cars actually, it all went wrong and at least 1 person got eliminated. We'll see what will happen this time. Ooh, the number 16 car is getting aggressive over here. Tyler Everest on the rear bumper of Dustin Caps. Both are rookies in my series, or actually never been in any of my series. If you then take a look at Sam Brady and Inge Lamborghini, who have been in every single race I did. Actually, Inge Lamborghini, Season 1 and Season 3 champion of the Phillips Cup Series. Now Linda Black and Dustin Caps are pulling a little bit away from this group. And Dustin Caps is entry number 9. So after this one we will have 1 more entry and then we'll have a short break. That will end part 1. Is everybody going to survive this? Ooh, that was close. Oh, look out. It seems like 2 cars is alright, 3 cars is alright, 4 cars is alright, 5 cars is trouble. And look at them, are they going to make it 4 wide? They are indeed going to make it 4 wide over here. Is everybody going to make it? Yes, they sorted it out, wow. 4 wide, Sam Brady, Tyler Everest, Inge Lamborghini and the 6th car of Dustin Caps now takes it a little bit easy. Let's get some space over here between everybody. Because those 1981 cars are aggressive. Person who is the longest in the series, look out, contact over there. And I have a feeling that it will soon or late will go wrong. We have less than a minute to go. Person who is the longest in now is the number 11 car of Sam Brady. And after that it will be the 9th car of Linda Black. And it seems like they have settled down a little bit. But one mistake by somebody, one little thing of slowing up, a little bump which is too hard. And everybody wrecks again. 25 seconds to go. And Dustin Caps is slowly but surely going to the front, giving the 11 car a push. Here comes the 16 car once again, Tyler Everest. Oh, almost eliminates Inge Lamborghini over there. 2 wheels on the yellow line, no problem. 4 wheels below the yellow line and you're out. And it seems like this is the first time we have survived with 5 cars. We barely made it though. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome number 20 car of Christopher Harley, making his return in one of my series as the 6th entry. Ladies and gentlemen, we're welcoming Christopher Harley in the number 20 car. He's making his return after being in Season 3 of the Phillips Cup Series and missing Season 4. He's back again in one of my series, Christopher Harley in number 20. And we now have 6 cars, which is the most cars we've ever had in the Christmas Royals. And we're either going to end this one with a bang. 4 wide, look at that! We're maybe going to end this one with a bang, and otherwise we're going to have a 7 car group next time. They have wrecked a couple of times with 5 cars. Now let's see how they can do it with 6 cars. Sam Brady is a little bit laying off in back over there, while Inge Lambliana is trying to make a move on Linda Black. Oh, you have to be careful though. Or maybe even not. Yeah, you have to be careful that you don't wreck yourself. But you have to try, if you can, to wreck others. Tyler Everest is being very aggressive. And he's going to the front again. 3 wide. Here comes the newcomer, Christopher Harley in the number 20 car. Oh, contact. Sam Brady going to the front again. Dustin Caps now laying a little bit in the back. Well, at least. Ooh, big wiggle there by the 11 car. And Sam Brady, as we have 1.5 minutes to go. They have not wrecked yet. They have not wrecked yet with 6 cars. Came close a couple of times, going 4 wide. But they're still in this thing with 6 cars. 2 by 2 by 2 now. Let's see if we are going to make it 3 by 3 in a couple of moments. No, still 2 by 2. Who's going to make a move? Is somebody going to make a move? Good run by the 11 car, the 01 car. But the 11 car is nowhere to go except for the rear bumper of the 9 car. Oh, look out. And there we go. And we are wrecking over here. And Sam Brady is out. Inge Lambliana, look at that car flipping into the rear. And Tyler Everest is also done, I think. The 6 car is involved. Christopher Harley may have been the only one to survive this thing. 5 cars may have wrecked over here. The 6, the 9, the 11, the 16. And Inge Lambliana is also still driving, but she is done. Wow. And we indeed have ended this thing. Oh, look at that. We indeed have ended this thing with a very, very hard bang. 15 car, or the 20 car of Christopher Harley has survived it, I believe. Nothing is certain yet. We'll take a look what happened over here. Ladies and gentlemen, part 1 is over. And after these replays, of course. But also this segment is over, but well, ladies and gentlemen, we have had 10 cars and I think only 1 car is left now. Ladies and gentlemen, take a look what happened over here. Yeah, this is what I mean with being in a disadvantage if you qualified poorly. And that's Sam Brady over here. He was the person to be longest in the series. But everybody who starts in the first 10 is very likely to not make it in the last 10 lap shootout. And look at Sam Brady, what's going to happen over here. He's going to get turned by Tyler Everest. He was already aggressive. Nothing wrong with that, of course. But a little too aggressive over here, and he eliminates. And look at everybody fly over there. And I think that indeed everybody has been eliminated over there. There goes the 6 car. Tyler Everest, I am not sure yet. We'll see if he slides with 2 wheels below the yellow line. Oh, that's very close. That is very close, I can tell you. Maybe he did survive it. We'll have to take a very close look at that. First Sam Brady. Look at how that car went flying over here. Into Inge Lambliana and Linda Black, who are both out of this thing. And look at the 11 car on his roof. He is going to tumble like crazy now. And then hits the wall with his roof once again. And now he's going to tumble, or not tumble, he's going to spin on his roof. And Sam Brady, I think he is done. Yes, indeed, he is done. 11 car of Sam Brady. Well, that was kind of stupid to say, to ask myself if he was done. Dom Caps, or Dustin Caps, I should say. Dom Caps will later. He qualified. Wait a minute. Oop. Dom Caps is in the 24 car. He qualified second, so he will be the 39th entry, and that's very good for him, ladies and gentlemen. Over here, Dom Caps, Dustin Caps. Damn, I say it again. He slides up the racetrack and wrecks the 16 car, and there is where he is out of this series. And he's going to flip on his roof also over here. Dustin Caps is done, tumbling on his roof. And his Ford Thunderbird is done. And then we'll take a look at my own made car, Inge Lamborghini, also done. There we go. One Direction as a sponsor. Well, she survived it for a couple of segments, but she is not in this anymore. And look at her drive further. She flew off the racetrack, and she continues. She did hit the wall over there. Well, kind of wall between brackets, or between those quotation marks, because it's not really a wall. But it does hurt when you get into that. Now, find that car. Number 9 car of Linda Black. Her race is also over. After nice save she could of missing the 4 car wreck earlier, she did not survive this one. Or actually it was a 3 car wreck, but she was also kind of involved in it. And now she's, whoa, look at the 11 car flying by. Linda Black is done, and we'll have to take one more look, because to see if that 16 car of Tyler Everest is still in the series or not. He turned the 11 car, and if he would survive it, that will be the perfect elimination. He eliminated them 4 people by himself without eliminating himself, and that is a really professional move over there. But he is going to slide down over here, and we cannot see the yellow line from there. That is where the yellow line is. And look at this. Well, you cannot see it very clearly, but helicopter view might be helpful. Look at Tyler Everest slide down. And you can see his left tires, or his right side tires, are still on this racetrack. And that means that Tyler Everest is going to be able to survive this. And although he is on pit road, that does not matter. That does really not matter. We'll now go to take a look at this. Maybe we can see it more clearly from this view. There he touches the 11 car so slightly. Then the 6 car would have been able to be okay. But then he slid up into the 16 car. And they all go around. There goes the 6 car out of the racetrack. Tyler Everest is going to slide down over here. And is he able to survive this? It's close. It's indeed so close. But Tyler Everest has survived this thing. Although, yeah, it has now ended the segment. So Tyler Everest is still in this series. Or yeah, he's still going to be able to continue. Together with Christopher Harley and the number 7 car of Evan Gattuso, who will be the 11th entry. They are going to race in part 2. Because part 1 is over. Ladies and gentlemen, for now I will take you to part 2 in a few moments. Enjoy watching this. Oh, enjoy watching the coming parts. Part 1 is over. We have had 10 cars. 2 cars have survived. Tyler Everest and Christopher Harley. Ladies and gentlemen, I will see you in part 2.